That's it. That's it. Let's go. Practice fast.
Ronnie, Ricky, Audric, Wagan through the end of the second quarter.
We had a plan to rotate some of those guys. I mean, Audric needs to play, but Ronnie and Ricky, we had a plan to rotate them through the first half and go every other series. One played about 15 plays and one played 17. They play more plays than that in a 9-on-7 period in practice.
With Ronnie, was it a case of you need to see how he would handle his foot and everything? Or?
Well, Ronnie obviously didn't finish the season, so to get Ronnie out there as fast as we can and to get him going, I think was really important for us. This guy's done everything in training camp, has had no limitations, so it was positive to get him that work, and I know he felt pretty good about it.
The amount of snaps that Tyler Thigpen got tonight.
Well, Tyler Thigpen, the amount of snaps he had, obviously for us, and I told you this the other day when we were visiting, is that we would play Henny at quarter and some, which is exactly what we did, and then we would play Thigpen and give him a big dose, okay? Which is exactly what we did. However, at the end of the first half, our play count was somewhere in the 20s in the first half, so that really wasn't a big dose. I think the guy got like about 8-9 plays in the first half, so when we came back out in the third quarter, I think we only had about 6 or 7 plays on offense. So I don't really know what his play count was right now, but I would say that it probably wasn't what we needed to get him.
What did you think about the first dress rehearsal?
I thought it was sloppy, and I thought at times just wasn't good. I didn't like it. So I thought the young guys came in the game at the end, and I thought they played really hard. They were put in some good situations out there with their back against the wall, having to make a few stops. Defensively, offensively, had to come with their back against the wall, and one of our goals there in coming out offense is to get 2 first downs, and we were able to do that and push the ball out of there and eat up some clock. So there were some good things done by some of those kids, but all in all, too many penalties for me. We gave up a big play again. We had a mental error down there on a touchdown that we gave up, and just wasn't good enough. So not efficient, and that's exactly what we're trying to be, is efficient.
How much of a concern is that in game 1?
Well, for me it's a concern because, we've just been out there for about 21 practices, and we've been going pretty good, and one of the things I think we've done a good job of is penalties in practice and the false start thing. So when you see those things happen in the game, it alarms you a little bit. That concerns me a little bit, but I didn't expect it to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I hoped it would be a little bit better. Now, offensively, it was a hard deal a little bit because, they played that whole first quarter kind of in that end of the field down in the mud, and it's a little bit hard, I think, to execute there, but there's really no excuse. We got to throw and catch.
Tony, Brandon Marshall, how did he handle the early drops, and did you say anything to him on the side?
I didn't say anything to him, no. He was fine on the sideline. I'm sure, knowing Brandon, he's a good pro. He was probably upset that he didn't make the play. But I don't need to say anything to Brandon Marshall. He's going to make plenty of those.
Nate Ness was obviously one of the young guys that stood out to you in the game that you spot probably.
Well, I was happy to see Nate bounce back a little bit. He had a couple plays earlier in the game that weren't exactly done the right way fundamentally. But I was happy to see him bounce back. One of the things I thought he did a really good job of today, never mind the defense, is he was one of the gunners that was able to get off of the jam and get down the field and cause some problems. I thought he and Wallace actually did some good things in that phase of the game. And then to see him get involved in a couple of coverage things and have to come up and make a tackle, that was good. So, here's a young guy in a situation where maybe the first time around it didn't go, in his first series it wasn't perfect, and then he bounced back and he shows you some of that. So that was good to see.